mother. Yesterday on Mackey Street, a 55-year-old man, he became a traffic fatality. And in the Arbor Coast, a 21-year-old female has attempted to commit suicide. So they are some of the crime reports that we are receiving. And of course, the Minister of National Security has told the Parliament that crime has dropped tremendously. So this is good news. We look at what the minister has to say, and we'll look at other commentaries. So welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Moncur. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And guess what? Today is Thursday, the 26th day of September 2024. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Bradley Roll, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
And he has on the full armor.
Yeah, we're going to do some debating today. Crime is up. No, crime is what? Down? And murder is up, right?
Which one do you prefer? What is the difference?
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. Because I want to murder and crime.
Is it?
They say murder is up and crime is down.
But you and the minister went to private school.
That don't even make no sense.
Both of you went to private school. Okay? I went to the government school.
What the headline say? Crime,
Okay.
crime is down, but murder is up.
Man of God, pray first, okay? And do not be used by the forces of evil.
Yeah.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Wow.
God save the King. It's a wonderful day in Nassau. Hold on, everybody. Crime is done.
But murder is up.
I take it again. It's powerful. You heard that after the break. Stop laughing, okay? Our boy. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, I welcome each and every one of you to Freedom March and to the people in Grand Bahama who have been complaining to me all day about cable TV. Take it from me, it is not this studio. I'm on TV, and if you're having challenges seeing me, call your local cable TV provider, because I'm on TV and I'm able to see me, okay? So I thought I would share with the people of Grand Bahama, because I've been inundated by calls that they can't see Island Luck TV. So there are a number of things that you must do. Ensure that you have paid your cable bill, that's one. If you have, and you're still having difficulties, call your local Cable Bahamas network, let them know what your difficulties are, and tell them you need a refund until Freedom March returns. And that will be powerful. My spiritual advisor, will you put on the full armor of the Lord?
Absolutely, so we could withstand the fiery darts. We have a very interesting passage to read today. I can tell you, it's an extremely loaded passage. Pay close attention. A lot of things in this passage you probably never saw before, or probably never paid attention to. But we're going to go to the book of Acts, the second chapter, and we're going to look at the day of Pentecost. And it was on this day that the Holy Spirit came as promised by Jesus Christ upon the apostles. And of course, Peter on this day would preach for the first time a crucified and resurrected Jesus. And as a result of that, Jews from every Jewish nation who came together on this Jewish feast day, they were converted from Judaism to Christianity, and here's how it happened. In Acts chapter 2, starting at verse number 37, the Bible says, Peter's preaching. When the people heard this, Peter's message, they were cut to the heart and said to Peter and the other apostles, Brothers, what shall we do? Peter replied, Repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ, for the forgiveness of your sins, and you will receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. The promise is for you and your children, and for all who are far off, and for all whom the Lord our God will call. Listen to the response. Go ahead, producer. Let's see when they responded to this. It says, with many other words, he warned them, and he pleaded with them, save yourselves from this corrupt generation. Then those who accepted his message were baptized, and about 3,000 were added to their number that very same day. That's very important. Those who accepted the message, they were baptized. Why? For the remission of sins. And about 3,000 were added to their number. The fellowship of believers, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayer. Go ahead, producer. Everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold their properties and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day, they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts. Watch this now, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people, and the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. The ones who were being saved were the ones who were obeying the gospel, obeying Peter's message, therefore repenting, being baptized, and of course, as a result of that, receiving the forgiveness or the remission of sins. Very important passage. Please go over this passage in your spare time. Read it and study it. It's very important. This is what the Christians in the first century did to become Christians, as a matter of fact. Acts chapter 2, verses 37 to 47. I read from the NIV. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Thank you, producer. And back to you, Sandra.
Thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Indeed.
Well, as the Minister of National Security boasts that crime is down by 6%, not since Watergate in the United States of America have we seen an attempted political break-in that has occurred here in the Bahamas. This one can be referred to as Marathon Gates. Two young men, one definitely a Bahamian, and the other one believed to be non-Bahamian, but the Bahamian is believed to be a supporter of the FNM. They were caught red-handed, attempting to break into the Island Luck Plaza in the headquarters of the Progressive Liberal Party Member of Parliament for Marathon, Lisa Raming. But based on advanced technology, officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force arrived on the scene quickly and caught the two Negro men, well armed with knives and a baseball hat, perhaps a hat. I'm not sure if it was a bat, but they were subsequently arrested. And I now publicly call on Lisa Raming, as the Progressive Liberal Party Member of Parliament for Marathon, that she should not keep any political documents or secrets at her Prince Charles' headquarters. So it's amazing. It is a sign that election obviously is drawing very close. Police became extremely suspicious as they questioned these two Negro men, one of whom claimed that he is a welder by profession. And under intensive questioning, they discovered that there was an unusual accent. So they determined that he perhaps may be a citizen of Jamaica. So this is a developing story taking place. And it's just amazing. It's about 50 years ago in the United States when they had a Watergate break-in. And that would have been perhaps when either the Democratic Party broke into the Republican Party or the Republican Party broke into the Democratic Party headquarters. But by grab, it's amazing. Whatever happens in the United States, the Negro people try it here. But thank God, the suspected FNM, he has been arrested, him and his foreign colleague. And of course, they both were sentenced to His Majesty's prison for 2 years and 2 months. Do you think the learned magistrate should have sent them to prison for 2 years and 2 months? So I don't know what Lisa Raming has in that headquarters, but I will call publicly on the national chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, the Foreign Affairs Minister, and the Member of Parliament for Foxhill, Fred Mitchell, to dispatch a team of advanced political operatives to her headquarters to retrieve whatever party documents, party secrets, voters lists, whatever, and have them immediately taken to Linden Pinling Center, the headquarters of the governing Progressive Liberal Party. So it's a clear sign that general election is in the air, and I called on the PLP to now retain proper security and proper surveillances. So my spiritual advisor, this perhaps is the first political attempt at entering a party headquarters. And you know, Lisa Raming is a wonderful politician, and it is believed that a lot of her party strategy is kept there.
So somebody decided to spy.
Well,
on her.
they attempted to break in, and
okay.
they were arrested. But it is alleged that the leader of it is an FNM. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's exciting. They're the kind of crimes that I prefer. I prefer if the FNM is breaking in to the PLP headquarters, as long as nobody is harmed. But by grab, if the police catch you, you're in trouble. So I want the FNM to talk to all of his members, all of his supporters, and understand, and I understand it. We watch it in the United States where during the Americans campaign, one party would find some crook to break into the next party headquarters, thief their strategy, thief their documents, and or hack their computers. And this is what is going on in the United States. But thank God we've had our first one, and notwithstanding that there is this talk that crime is increasing, but by grab, our law enforcement officers, right, they would have stopped the first established political break-in or attempted break-in. And don't forget, just the other day, the Prime Minister was in the Parliament where they amended the National Security Act. And you will take note that the opposition leader, Michael Pintard, he was very concerned about it. But by grab, I don't know why he was concerned. I wonder what he says now in view of the fact that it is alleged that the ringleader was an F&M operative who was arrested. So you see why the PLP has to amend the national intelligence bills, because all kind of things are happening, and as election is drawing near, and as Bahamians become excited over what is taking place in the United States, most of us wish we were American so we could participate in what they're doing in America. But praise the Lord, we had two persons who then decided he'll experiment in the Bahamas. Well, we caught them, okay? Two F&Ms. Well, one is a non-Bahamian and the other one is an F&M. What I like about the F&M, the alleged F&M, is he was very polite. He apologized to the courts, and I want him to know that our party will disavow him. And I want every F&M to know, if you attempt to break into the PLP headquarters and the police catch you, we will disavow you. Because that's how it's done, okay? We don't mean any harm, but if you're caught, the party has to disavow you, okay? Because the party can't openly condone this level of political gangsterism. You will hear it no other place. And everybody, including the police, will deny what I just told you, okay? But it is believed that that Negro man is an F&M, and Fred Mitchell should immediately put heavy security, change all the locks at Miss Lisa Ramming headquarters, and move all of her documents to Farrington Road. It's powerful. So, do you have any comments, my spiritual advisor?
No comments. We can move on.
No comments.
None,
it's amazing. I thought you would have been interested in talking crime.
No.
You were criticizing the minister. You laughed, but by grab, you didn't know that I had this political crime here.
I didn't criticize the minister.
Oh, okay. Well, this is great.
I was looking at the headline in the papers.
Okay. Well, this is great. Let's see what time it is. I just love this country and the various excitement that is taking place here as our election comes along. Well, while crime is down, according to our esteemed minister, let's see what he say. While crime overall is down 6%, murders are up 13% so far this year, according to the minister responsible for national security. That's Wayne Monroe. So let us look at what the Minister of National Security is arguing. Crime is down by 6%, murder is up by 13%. An example of that, I showed you where on the 23rd of this month, that's 3 days ago, the efficiency of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the technology that the police is using, an F&M, a man believed to be an F&M, and his foreign partner were arrested in the very act of attempting to break into the political headquarters of the Progressive Liberal Party Member of Parliament for Well, um, help me with that constituency.
Marathon.
Marathon. All right? You see why crime is down? But murder's up. But crime is down. Not only is the minister demonstrating that, I will tell you what else is happening under the Minister of National Security, because there are some advanced teaching and training that is taking place at the Police Training College in an area that they call CSI. I think it's meant Crime Obscene Investigation. And I think when I return, I'm going to show you how that under this governing Progressive Liberal Party, under this Minister of National Security, there is scientific training taking place in the Royal Bahamas Police Force, which is designed to bring crime down further. And a clear evidence of that is the fact that we caught a man, it is believed to be an FNM, and his foreign counterpart breaking into the headquarters of Marathon Member of Parliament Lisa Raming. So you see, the government is working. The government is working, and so far we. Well, I don't want to say we. No, the PLP has been successful in catching us FNMs. So, notwithstanding what we have attempted, they have been successful in capturing us. And so, I don't know who that FNM is. Goodness me. I mean, we have to realize that the PLP is committed to fighting crime. See, they're committed to fighting crime. They're bringing international experts. All right? We just had Interpol here. Now at the Police Training College, we have an expert there training our people. So when I come back, I'm going to show you that the Progressive Liberal Party, the Minister of National Security, are committed to bringing crime down. And I will show you, I hope I'm not violating the rules, but I'm going to show you some of the training of our men, the Central Detective Unit. It's powerful. God save the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Road is my spiritual advisor, and it's been a wonderful day. We're going to pay some bills first, and then we'll look at some of the topical issues taking place here in the Bahamas. My spiritual advisor.
All right, let's pay a couple bills. Okay, I'm looking for a quick getaway. Fly Western Air with daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale, starting at just $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of check bags. Book your next adventure now at westernAirBahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today. Send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your max life. Back to you.
Thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, on Abaco, well, in the Abacos, there's a key called Guana Key, I'm advised. There, a 21-year-old female, it is reported, has attempted to commit suicide. So that is a very sad situation. Nevertheless, she has been saved, meaning that she was taken to the clinic and her life, I'm advised, is no longer in danger. So we live in a period where there are so many social issues, so there are so many problems that are affecting our people, and there are many people who goes into a state of depression. There is no one to talk to. No one to talk to, no one to give them comfort, no one to hug, no one to kiss, no one to hear their complaints. And in many instances, in frustration and desperations, they lose control, and there is an attempt at taking their lives. So it's a very sad situation. And in our nation, we are a people who have been mentally traumatized. There's so many things that are happening in this country, and many of us are not aware that it has impacted us mentally. All the murders taking place, all the rapes taking place, all the incest taking place, those things tend to have a psychological impact on the community. So instead of having an individual who's losing sanity, you have a whole society where everybody's crazy. So if everybody's crazy and everybody is affected mentally, then there's no one to recognize that help is needed and that the society needs mental health care, because everybody's crazy. And therein lies the problem. I think I've diagnosed it. All of us are crazy. There's so many things happening in our society. There's no hugs, there's no love, and even when you attempt to hug, people are now suspicious. So you hardly can hug anybody. You can't hug the woman them, you can't hug the man them, you can't hug the children them. Everybody's kinky. And so in your society, you do not know who to trust. So we have to continue to work, pray, look for counseling, okay? And I think that's what it is. So we go back to crime, and as I was telling you, that the minister responsible for national security, Wayne Monroe, he has told the parliament the crime is down perhaps by as low as 6%, but murder, he confessed, is up by 13%. And then, before I give you the statistical information which the minister provided to the parliament, I started to show you how the kind of crimes that we're having, where we are mimicking the crimes of the United States. Because in 1974, perhaps was when then President Richard Nixon was compelled to resign as President of the United States of America or run the risk of impeachment. And when he quietly, having been advised and having counted the votes of the Congress and he realized he could not survive an impeachment, he resigned. He did the honorable thing under stress, under pressure, under duress. Well, we're now seeing it manifested here in these islands, rocks and keys, 50 years later, where the police, not even recognizing that they have cracked for the century, perhaps for the year, its greatest political case, and that is where two men attempted to break in to the PLP headquarters. Can you imagine that? And of course, it is believed that the ringleader is an F&M supporter, but thank God the police acted swiftly. They arrested the two men, and of course, they pleaded guilty. This all occurred on the 23rd of this month, 3 days ago, and they have been sent to prison for 2 years and 2 months. So it's a wonderful case, meaning the gift of our intelligence community to intercept what could have been disastrous, because I hate to say it, but I'm advised confidentially that some of the greatest political strategy is in Lisa Raming office. And I don't know why they would allow her to keep those kind of confidential political documents and strategy in her office. Come on. I want to be respectful to Lisa Raming. I'm being respectful, but I do believe that those kind of documents should be protected by the male leadership of the party. That's what I believe. But the police did arrest them. They've gone to prison. And so I want you to know that there's some great things that are happening in the Royal Bahamas Police Force in terms of training. Mr. Producer, do you have one of those videos so that the Bahamian people could understand that at the Police Training College, we are training the crime scene investigators how to analyze blood spills, how to determine and how to catch these killers.
Go ahead and do the cast off. All right. Anything left? Good. All right. So later we'll come in and we'll add more paper on the sides, and we'll set up the impact pattern as well for this same area. We'll probably, like I said, add more paper on the sides to make sure we cover. All right, go. And it's a steady drip trail. On the first one, a lot came out all at once, and that happens sometimes. But what it shows is there's way more movement when he's moving fast. So that's why you have the satellite coming off to the side.
So what we saw there is crime scene expert Jeffrey Scherer, and he is the course instructor. And I don't want to show you all of the video because I didn't get state approval, and sometimes I don't want to compromise the government's training program, but I do want citizens to know that the PLP is doing everything to strengthen the investigatory skills of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, and we are bringing in great experts. So now it's a major course taking place at the Police Training College, and as the Spirit moved me, I may show you some more things, okay? So I want citizens to become more law-abiding, try to restrain yourself, because these are the times when you are provoked and you can lose self-control, and the next thing you know, you are regretting when the police come for you. And we are doing some very intensive training, And you would recall last week or thereabout, we had an Interpol conference here, and then the next thing you know, we brought in Brother Pickering. He's the Negro man who hails from Babylon. Most of you Negroes don't know where Babylon is, but Babylon lay between a certain part of West Street and South Street. And he's been arrested. He's brought here to the capital. And you would recall that I told you last week, there are a number of Negro suspects who fled to the United States, but using scientific technology and other trainings, they should voluntarily return because they will be captured and they will be brought home. So the minister is correct when he says that crime is falling, but of course he expressed concern over the fact that murders is at about 13%, my spiritual advisor. I'm certain that you will tell the minister that you think there should be more prayers, right?
Well, yeah, okay, well.
But I think the minister should start hanging. See, you
And you're not going to see that.
you and the Christian Council have been giving the minister the wrong advice.
No.
Okay?
No, the Christian
should-
Council is divided on capital punishment. As a result of that, their message is weak.
Okay.
They need to unite. They need to agree with the scriptures teaches in the New Testament that, you are to obey the law, and consequently those who disobey the law will receive punishment.
Okay.
It's simple.
This is
All
powerful.
right? You just need to unite on it. It's simple.
So you're not going to tell the minister you think he should pray?
Pray for what, Senator?
Okay.
You need action, man.
Well, I'm with
these
you.
criminals are serious, As a matter of fact, we missed the headline the other day
Which
where
one?
they were actually talking about how 95% of the crimes that are committed using guns.
Okay.
And as a result of that, the government said that they were going to make effort or start initiative to see how best they could either rid the street from guns or to see if they could join neighboring countries and join this fight with trying to deal with the gun smuggling, which, if they can do it, would be a very, very good effort because that's the issue. We don't manufacture guns in Bahamas, and that's one of the points the minister made. But yet still, these guns are finding their way to the Bahamas and then into the hands of people who shouldn't have them, and as a result of that, it's doing some serious damage. So yeah, that's an effort that really needs to be paid attention to. Gun smuggling. That's our biggest problem.
What
95%.
recommendation do you have for the government?
Boy, Sandra, that is interesting. We have such an issue in the Bahamas with controlling our ports of entry. I don't know if we check everything that comes into the country. We have canals. We have boat ramps.
Are you suggesting we should close up all of the canals?
No, I'm just suggesting that maybe we need to secure them more.
Now, there are some canals in the back of Seabreeze. You want the government to secure them?
Find a way to man them. You got the Seabreeze Canal, you got the South Beach Canal, we got these boat ramps all over the place. We got gated communities that have their own private boat entries. You got Sandy Port, you got Life at Key, you got Old Fort Bay, you got Paradise Island.
You're not suggesting that them decent people in Life at Key and Old Fort Bay are
Well,
bringing
Sandra,
guns unlawfully into the country?
What I am suggesting is that we just have so many ports of entry that we just can't give a proper accounting for. And, like the saying goes, there are some things that just slip through the cracks. That's our biggest problem.
So you've offered no solution?
What could we do, Sandra? The government needs to hire more officers who can either patrol or check these open entries from time to time to see, as a matter of fact, in the back where I live, there are two boat ramps in South Beach, all right? there's a boat ramp. If you take East Street South and you go all the way to the end of the island, there's a boat ramp there, and there's a boat ramp Marshall Road. You see? So we just got all these different port of entries.
And you think the boat ramp on South Beach, which sits in 1 foot of water, you think that's a national security threat?
Why not?
I only asked my spiritual
Why not?
advisor. Really?
Yeah. What you mean? Why not?
Okay.
We're what, 100,000 square miles from where? Grand Bahama to Inagua?
Okay.
And we just get a bunch of, it's difficult. It's difficult.
There's
so we always have
nothing
this problem.
difficult. No, there's nothing.
It's difficult for us to man
All that the government
our port of
has,
entries.
no, all the government has to do is to chop off the hands of every smuggler that they caught. You know how many smugglers we have caught?
And then the conventions that we've signed on to would say it's barbaric to
No,
do
no,
such
no,
a
no.
thing.
There's no convention that we signed with that says if you catch a man smuggling a gun into your country, you can't chop his hand off. You know of any convention that
In
says
a
that?
democratic society, you think they will allow you to do that?
How you mean?
They would say that's barbaric.
We are subject to our own laws.
Okay. So why we don't hang?
We don't hang because the intelligentsia is opposed to capital punishment. And they have conspired with the law lords of England. That's why we don't.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah,
So
so, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's why we don't. All right? Anyway, folks, I want you to know that crime is done, essentially. Murder
But murder's up.
by 13%. And
So murder ain't crime.
that can come down as soon as Monroe decides that he is going to tell the cabinet he's going to use his expertise to have murderers hanged. And that's all. Okay? Monroe knows exactly how in law to do it. Take it from me. I know it. All right? So this is powerful. Anything else you want to talk about this crime? Because before we move on,
No, we could.
you sure we can move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
And you do agree?
We should have dealt with the minister's analysis the other day. I don't know. I missed
Go
it
ahead, let me
because
hear it.
No, I said no. I missed it. I missed it because we were just dealing with some of the other issues.
What
But he hit some
analysis?
salient points about guns and gun smuggling, which I thought was really, really necessary. And
What did the
important
minister
for us
say?
as he tried to talk about the Bahamas trying to engage neighboring countries in the fight against gun smuggling. So basically, we have to look at which countries in this area manufacture guns.
I suppose do
you know which countries
Stop
in this area?
throwing jazz. You know it's the Americans.
Santa, I don't know that.
Yes, you know.
There
What you mean
are-
you don't know?
There are other countries in this region
There's no other person
that manufacture
around.
guns.
No. All the guns that come into this
So ain't nothing comprende el phrase
Man, stop that.
hecho en Mexico?
No. The gun law comes from America law.
Hecho en Mexico.
No.
In Mexico. You know,
Nami Padisa.
you know what it means? Made in Mexico.
These come from the United States.
Okay.
We don't like Mexican gun.
Okay.
Our guns are American. We think we have the right to bear arms because nobody will chop off our arms. Therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
Guns are smuggling from the United States.
But to the minister, he's spot on. Let's see how that initiative goes, where we try to, collude with neighboring countries to protest and to fight against.
What is collude with neighboring countries?
well,
what you mean by that?
Let
What
me
we can do?
use that word.
We can do a blockade of Miami?
No, let's not. Let me.
You want
let us-
Governor DeSantis, the bomber say?
No,
Huh?
we could get them to understand that guns is destroying our country, and we need to find a way to stop the gun smuggling.
There's only one way to do it.
Our biggest problem is that we have too many ports of entry in the country that's not being manned properly. That's our issue.
I believe,
So it's going to be difficult to fight it.
I don't think so. I believe with the election of Donald John Trump, gun smuggling in the Bahamas will come to an end.
You really think so?
I really think so. And all the polls in the United States of America is now becoming honest, and they're all acknowledging and admitting that Donald Trump will make America great again. If you want gun smuggling to stop, if you want illegal weapons to be discontinued coming into the Bahamas from the United States of America, we, the Bahamian people, we must see to it that Donald Trump is elected, because all around the world, various governments are trying to get their United States presidential nominee elected. The Russians, for instance, want Mrs. Harris. So Trump called her Comrade Harris. You remember when I told you all about a local comrade? But Donald Trump, he and I, we have the same belief. And that's because the Russians, according to the Republican, want Mrs. Harris. Okay? But the Bahamian people, we must support Donald Trump. Because when Donald Trump is elected, he will tell everybody they're no longer allowed to smuggle guns into the Bahamas. It's simple as that. And Donald Trump knows what the Bahamian people need. And election is drawing very near, and Donald Trump has outrun Mrs. Harris. Okay? He's like 5, 6, 7 laps around the southern boundary. Okay? So it's, remember now, it's Trump, Trump, Trump. Fight, fight, fight. Trump, Trump, Trump. Fight, fight, fight. Trump, Trump, Trump. Fight, fight, fight. It's powerful, okay? So this is great. Any other thing on your mind, Mr. Special Advisor?
We could just...
We can go to something else?
Yeah, let's go to something
okay.
else. Yeah.
This is great. This is great. Well, I have, let me see if this is an American.
Fooling around Trump.
Hello, are you an American?
No, I am a Bahamian,
What is on your mind, Bahamian?
and I want you to stop your arrogant ways on this TV.
Please forgive me. What sin have I committed?
You always bigging up Donald Trump, and he done one of the most heinous crime in the United States, attack the Capitol.
What he
He
did?
sent his man to do it.
What did Donald Trump do?
He sent his cronies to attack the Capitol.
Now, when he did that, was he president of the United States when he did that? Listen to me for a second. I'm listening to you, but listen to me. When he did that, was he president?
Election, he couldn't take it.
Yeah, but was he president?
At the time, yes.
At the time when this happened, was he the president of the United States of America?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't president.
Yes, he was president. And the Supreme Court says anything the president...
No, he was defeated and he couldn't take it.
You're not listening to me, Negro. Listen to me for a second.
No.
Oh, Jesus. Lord, I bring this Negro citizen before you. Listen to me a second. At the date that this event happened, Donald Trump was the president of the United States of America.
January the 6th.
That was January the 6th. The Supreme Court of the United States has ruled that whatever Donald Trump did as president is lawful. So the president...
So listen. For him to send all those guys there to attack the Capitol,
that was lawful.
For him to do?
That was lawful.
Huh?
That is not a crime.
Boy, hey, run, man, car. You will save, you know.
I'm only going by American law. It ain't me.
But I said you're not saved.
I am saved.
Anytime you're bowing to idol, you won't say, brother.
I'm not bowing.
You shall have no other gods before me.
My God is the God of the holy people of holy Israel.
No. Your God is them one who is sit up there and them put with them cross on them.
Anyway,
like that.
I'm going to rebuke you 3 times. I rebuke you once.
Stop
I rebuke you twice.
On this
I
TV.
rebuke you 3 times. This man is not saved. At the date that Donald Trump rallied the insurrectionists, he was the president of the United States and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The Supreme Court has ruled that anything that Donald Trump did in his capacity as president, he is immune from prosecution. It's not me. My court is the High Courts of London. But the High Courts of the United States, it's a revolutionary court. The problem with Bahamians is we forgot the history of the United States of America. It was them who overthrew our blessed late sovereign. When I think about it, I'm saddened. What they did in 1776. King George III, they overthrew His Majesty. And the worst part about it, His Majesty couldn't speak English good. He spoke German more fluently than English. All right? But the courts say whatever the president does, it's lawful. Don't blame me. God said the United States of America. God said Donald Trump. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka, and this is the period in which we give out birthday shouts and salutes. So I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley?
Yeah, we got a couple of birthdays and, of course, some shout-outs to do as well. So we have a list, eh? Miss Medusa, is it there? All right, let me look at it quickly. All right, first on the list is that Tiffany Burrows Morley. So, screaming happy birthday to baby girl covered with the precious blood of Jesus. Enjoy your special day, Mom. Love you beyond measure. Happy birthday to Tiffany Burrows Morley. Brandon Burrows is celebrating the birthday. Happy belated birthday to the last pain, Brandon Burrows. Mom loves you, and of course, God bless you. Happy birthday, Brandon Burrows. Master JC Nesbitt? Chase? Okay, sorry. Happy birthday to Master Jace Nesbitt. Happy 5th birthday today, going out to the Master Jace Nesbitt. Greetings coming from his parents, Hugo Sr. and Tyrese. Sister Kaylin Burrows Hugo Jr. and Micaiah. Grandparents, that's Debbie, Tyrone, his aunts, uncles, numerous cousins. Family, friends, parents, and also at St. Margaret's Church family. Okay, so tell Mr. Monica he's one of the children there.
This is powerful.
Right, so-
Happy birthday.
So Jay said Nesbitt. Happy belated birthday to the prettiest girl in the world from your mom and your dad, Krista and Kirk, your sister Christina, your brothers Dallas and KJ, your grandparents, Miss Teresa. Enjoy your day. Pretty flower girl, happy birthday to you, coming from all those who love you. All right, Tamara Monica. Congratulations to Principal Tamara Monica and the new student leaders of St. Andrew's Anglican School in Exuma. These are the prefects, are they? No, okay. So these are the new student leaders. Also recognition of Triton Darlin, who is the rector. Congratulations to the principal of congratulations to the principal, that's Tamara Monica, and the new student leaders of St. Andrew's Anglican School in Exuma. Okay, congratulations to all the 2024-2025 First Step Academy School prefects. Okay, congratulations, you're doing a very, very good job. So you got the school prefects, and then of course you got the sub prefects. So congratulations to you doing such a hard work, and of course an excellent job. Anyone who becomes a prefect, no doubt, is an outstanding person in their era. So congratulations to all the 2024-2025 First Step Academy School prefects. You're doing an excellent job. All right, and also the sub-prefects as well. All right, so also we're going to send a happy birthday shout out to Ronaldo Ferguson. It's coming from all his family and friends. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday, Ronaldo Ferguson. All right, what do you have, Sandra?
Well, my spiritual advisor, I wish to join you, wishing everyone who's celebrating a birthday, a happy birthday. Everyone who is celebrating an anniversary, well, I say happy anniversary to you. It's powerful. It's great.
Indeed.
Well, any topic you want, or should I continue to run on?
Pick a topic. Sandra.
Yeah, I was just looking at an email which was sent to Tribune Business by the General Manager of the Water and Sewage Corporation. I thought that was exciting, in which, let's see, what's his name? Robert Deal. Robert Deal had sent some statistical information to Tribune Business News based on the water table wells investigation by the International Development Bank. I thought that was powerful. Well, it is alleged that the IDB, now I never saw them in Black Village. And I've always told members, yes?
Sorry. Kendall Campbell, forgive me. Listen, I'm sorry. That's your fault. But I want to do a special happy birthday shout out to my good friend, Kendall Campbell. I understand he's celebrating his birthday. All the best to you, coming from your daughter Kendra, your son Donovan, and all those who love you. All right? I'm sorry, Mrs. Campbell. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Hope you enjoyed your day, and may you live to enjoy many, many more. Happy birthday to Kendall Campbell. Forgive me about that. Sorry. Go ahead, Santa.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
I have returned to well water because the Tribune business has reported that Robert Deal, who's the general manager at the Water and Sewage Corporation, had provided them with certain statistical information which the Water and Sewage Corporation received from the IDB. Now that is the International Development Bank that provides the Bahamas government with lots of loan. And Robert Deal, based on my interpretation of the Tribune article, has argued that the basis for the need to charge a well tax is the IDB has tested the water, and they have discovered that in our wells there is E. coli. It's a bacteria found in human waste, other dangerous bacteria, and it appears that is the reason for wanting to charge a well tax, notwithstanding that they argue that there is no evidence that Bahamians drink the water. I find it very interesting in view of the fact that I have argued earlier that in 1982, Pinley has committed the Progressive Liberal Party and his administration as being in opposition to charging well taxes at a time when then Minister of Works, A. Loftus Roker, had proposed that there ought to be well taxation. So I'm just looking at it because in our party, the FNM, we are still upset. Many of our leaders, they still think that the PLP wants to charge well taxes, and I need the PLP to reconfirm that there will be no well taxes and that there need to be an independent examination of our wells, of our water supply, of our ground, meaning the water, where the rain comes pouring down, it's settled in our aqueduct, and whether or not it is in fact as contaminated as the IDB has alleged, taking into consideration that there is anecdotal evidence. See, anecdotal evidence doesn't mean it is scientific, because as you are aware, I rely on anecdotal evidence, and many members of the medical profession, they try to push back my anecdotal arguments. But anecdotal evidence has suggested that because the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is principally built up of calcium, that's limestone rock. The limestone rock, it is alleged, has the gift, the natural ability to purify the water. That's anecdotal evidence. But we live in a modern society where you can test those anecdotal theories. It's like with prostate cancer. The medical profession have their scientific argument as to what causes prostate cancer. But in my family, my family, not his family, the anecdotal evidence shows unfaithfulness. You see? I don't know about the other people's family, but the men in my family who's been faithful to their wives, their prostate has not been affected. Now there's always the possibility that there can be exception to the rules. So, faithfulness is good for your prostate. But because many in the prostate business are sinners, may not be fully saved, they can't advance that argument. You see? And they will say, he's talking nonsense, meaning me. But anecdotally, in my family, the men who are faithful, the men who are sticking faithfully to their wives, who's taking their prostate home, who's not sharing it, right? Their prostate remain pure. But they will say, don't mind Monica, okay? And I'm prepared
Don't mind Monica.
to test the theory, because I know a doctor by the name of Dwayne Sands, and Dr. Dwayne Sands is a scientist, and I'm prepared to gather male relatives for him to do a social experimentation. Those who are unfaithful and those who are faithful. And I'm prepared to tell Dr. Dwayne Sands, the members of the male family who are faithful, who take their prostate home to their wives, does not share it, does not keep does not keep sweetheart, their prostate will remain intact. So I just thought I'd tell it to you as we celebrate prostate awareness. I was talking with some of the men in my family, and I principally argue among them who keep sweet. I say, listen, you better go and test your prostate. So my cousin said, so why? I said, well, you keep sweetheart. He said, man, don't talk that hard. I say, you still keeping sweetheart? He said, yes. I said, well, go check your prostate. And he wanted to know where to go. I said, well, go over in Baintown. Because his cousin, he's good at keeping sweetheart, so he should have his prostate checked. And because he keeps sweetheart. Now the other cousin, he don't keep sweetheart. So there's no need to check his prostate unless, of course, he began to experience some difficulties. But that one who keeps sweetheart, I suspect that if he doesn't stop, his prostate will be in trouble. But now, they don't want to hear that, because they make big money of these prostate tests. All right? One of the prostate tests they give you is they give you laxative. Then they tell you take fruit cocktail. Can you imagine that? I know with fruit cocktail, peaches and fruit cocktail with cream. Then they make you eat that. And then the next thing they tell you is make some, they make, what that thing, Jell-O. I said, you have to eat Jell-O to test, to check your prostate out? They say, yeah. So it means you have to go to the food store. All right? I know you only can believe it. So you have to buy yourself a tin of fruit cocktail. Then you got to buy a tin of carnation cream. Then you have to buy the Jell-O. And then you got to mix the Jell-O. Then you need a fridge. You got to put it in the deep freeze. I know you all ain't gonna believe it. Take it from me. I'm a justice of the peace. I will not tell you a lie.
But that's supposed to do.
Then they give you something to put in it. And then it
Something
creates,
to put in it like what?
it's scientific. It's better that I say something to put in it than to give you the wrong name. Then they give you a laxative. So your organs, your digestive system is clean out.
Okay, flush out.
Then they tell you to go to a special place. Then when you go, you know the gas pump, like what you pump gas in, they have something similar to that. They take that, they hook it to your rectum, and they screw it in. Then they start to pump air in you. And as they pump air in you, they swell you up like a balloon. Then they push you in a machine. And while you are swell up, they tell you to hold your breath. And they push you in and they push you out. And somehow they're able to see and capture images of your interior. That's how they do it.
I've never heard that before.
You see, my spiritual advisor, he went to St. Augustine
No,
College,
that's not
but he's never heard that before.
No, that's foolishness.
I know it's foolishness. I know to you it's
This
foolishness.
2024, man, there are more
And
ways to
it
check.
costs $225, and then they forget they tell you $225 because they give you a 50% discount. Then you got to row with them and say, "What you mean? Y'all forget y'all had discount? Y'all never heard that, eh? Don't force me to call the name of the doctor.
How much years ago that happened?
All right? Yeah. And as they blow you up, can you imagine? Can you imagine they take something and they insert it in your rectum and screw it and then start pumping you up? And if they keep pumping you up, you may start to float. But it's not painful. It's not painful. All right? That's what they do. Can you imagine? Peaches. Shucks. I'm saying most of you love peaches. Well, not peaches, it's really fruit cocktail. Can you imagine your fruit cocktail is connected to your prostate? Let them tell you I wrong. So I can put them on blast. Watch out for me. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, I thank God for this blessed opportunity that I'm able to freely and decently express these anecdotal position, which is not designed to interfere with what the doctors tell you. Listen to your medical profession. Go do the test, but stop keeping sweetheart. Don't mind them. Stop being unfaithful. All right? Okay. Now there's always exception to the rules. If you heard tomorrow that my prostate isn't waking, I'm the exception to the rule. Okay? They've never heard this before. You've never heard about fruit cocktail, hey? I can tell you the store they say to get the fruit cocktail from. And I must confess, I did buy me a tin of the fruit cocktail, and it tastes good. Lord, I'm having fun. But that is true. That is true. Okay? That is true. So I thought I'll share that with you as we talk about the anecdotal evidence of the contamination of the water field. And I can't believe that Robert, I have to read this again because I don't want to believe that Robert Deal is not suggesting that the government should tax the well. That would be extremely political for him to say so. I don't know how old he was in 1980. Ben Pinlin promised me and the Bahamian people that that can't happen. Okay? So, this is powerful. Am I still to run on my spiritual advisor?
Let's look at something quickly.
Go ahead. Look, what you want to look at?
A few days ago,
Yes?
someone had called the show, and they complained about how, the verges and the roadside are not being kept properly.
Okay.
And that there were a lot of garbage and stuff all over the place.
Okay.
And so now, just released from the Beaches and Parks Authority is this notice. You care to show that notice, please, producer? All right. So this notice has just been released from the Public Parks and Beaches Authority, and it says, attention, important notice. Persons holding roadside contracts who are not upholding their obligations will have their payments cut or your contract canceled. Please take immediate action to ensure compliance. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Signed, the Executive Chairman of the Public Beaches and Parks Authority. That's the Honorable Michael Bonby. Now, I'm assuming that the attention he is trying to get are those people who are not doing their work properly, I'm assuming. And of course, in that contract, it will have details as to exactly which days you are to hold up your side of the contract by making sure that the work is done. Folks been complaining about, work not being done or not being done properly by people who hold these roadside or voyages contracts. So the chairman has released an important notice, so you need to put your socks up, because I can tell you, my name is on that list to get one of those contracts. So you better try and make sure you keep your obligations and your work up to date. Other than that, they're going to cut your payment. Did it say cut payments, Sandra? Yes, it does, eh? It says we will have your payments cut or your contract canceled. All right, so please take immediate action to ensure compliance. Thank you for your attention in this matter. The Executive Chairman of the Public and Beaches Parks Authority, that's the Honorable Mikel Bonvy. All right, thank you so much, Sandra. All right, so now we see why these roadside voyages are not being kept properly, and of course there's a lot of filth all over the place, because apparently some people are not keeping their obligations, but yet still getting that cash on the 28th. All right, thank you, so back to you, Sandra. Go ahead.
Yeah, my spiritual advisor. Yeah. So, folks, these are some of the things that are happening in the country, but this is Prostate Awareness Week. Notwithstanding what I said on the side, you are to ignore it. Men in the Bahamas have had problems with prostate problems, so they're doing it free, I'm advised. So while they're doing it free, you better go and get your test, because if you don't take advantage of it and you develop the disease, it can be extremely expensive and you will catch hell, because this is a very expensive society. Medicine in the private field is extremely expensive. In the District of New Providence appeared before me a very young woman who appears to have tumor right here in her head, and it was shocking when I saw the photos of it, and then I heard why she's not having that surgery, and I thought it was very tragic that they're not able to do it for her at PMH, but the PMH doctor would be able to accommodate her if she comes to his private healthcare facilities. I felt so bad for her when she appeared, but I didn't have the energy to really express my emotions, so I remained subdued and just listened as she lifted her hair so I can see it. And I thought it was tragic that we live in a society where people will have what I'm told is tumor and the kind of scary photographs of it, and the frustration. Anyway, Perry Christie did attempt to bring national health insurance, but God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. We'll be right back after the break. Ladies C, please don't forget me. I'm waiting. God save the King. It's powerful. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Root is my spiritual advisor. And of course, we'll pay a bill. Bradley?
Looking for a quick getaway? Fly Western Air with daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale starting at just $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of checked bags. Book your next adventure now at westernAirBahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life.
This is powerful.
Indeed.
Well, folks, in the United States, Caroline Ellison, she is the female who was a partner of Sam Bankman. Sam Bankman was the white kid who came to the Bahamas with FTX, and he ran one of the biggest international rackets in the world. Well, Caroline Ellison, she was sentenced to 2 years. And of course, she apologized to the court, to the United States of America, to all the people in the world she may have frauded. So she got 2 years, and of course, Sam Bankman, as you are aware, I think they sentenced him to prison for about 25 years.
I think it's about 25, yeah.
About 25 years. So I thought I'll tell that to you. And depending on how it looks tomorrow, I might go into more details, but at this point, I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to open up the live lines.
Yes, we can open the lines.
Thank you, my spiritual advisor.
It's 5:30, calling time. So the lines are opened officially. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776 for all those who are listening now. Please, when you call into the show, and the producer puts you through to the studio, please turn your radios down, please. Radios, televisions, whatever it is that you're listening to the show with, please turn them down and just listen to us, not your device, okay? Welcome to Freedom March, call you live. Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Manco.
Sir?
Mr. Rowland, to the producer. Mr. Manco,
Yes?
crime may be down,
6%.
okay, but murder and violence against women is up.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Spiritual advisor,
Yes, sir.
I hear you say nobody that drink the government water.
No, I say I don't drink it.
You say nobody
And
drink
I don't know of anyone who does. You know anybody who does?
it. I drink it.
Okay. All
But
right,
I could
there's
give you
nothing
a-
wrong with that.
I give you a little clue.
Yeah.
What I know, not everybody in the ghetto could afford buying water. And I grew up drinking water from the pump.
Okay.
And I believe a lot of gun smuggling came from Haiti.
Why you switch to talk? Why you switch to talking so quickly?
Let him continue. Go ahead.
No, I said that's my gut feelings. It's because we keep saying America.
I hate when you do that, man.
But Haiti in its close proximity, and that's the area we're looking at, where I believe they slipping through the crack. Okay.
In Haiti, what do we call gun?
Gun is gun? I don't know.
In Haiti, we call
Gun is what the gangs are using.
in Haiti, we call gun zam. Are you suggesting to me that zam haïtien comes to the Bahamas?
I don't know nothing but Creole, you know.
I told you what we call.
I believe that the guns coming in from Haiti.
Okay, I want to categorically deny it and put you on the spot to produce the evidence. If you can produce the evidence,
Because you produce the evidence that coming from the United States?
If I can produce it, of
Yeah.
course I can.
How?
Now, why should I tell you on national TV how I can produce it?
But caller, the only reason why I asked about you switching the subject because I wanted to mention to you that I spoke with somebody from Water and Sewage, someone that does testing.
Right.
And he says that the safest water to drink is the government water. He says the government water is safer than a lot of water that's being sold.
That is a fact.
That's what I'm telling you now. I drink it.
Yeah.
But you were saying that
I don't
the
drink
government
it.
water ain't good to drink.
I don't drink it.
The government water is wonderful.
It don't taste good to me.
I drink the government water wrong about
But people who
6
can't
a.m.
afford it-
every morning.
People who can't afford it, that's all they're drinking together.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. They can drink it because I spoke with someone who does testing with the Water and Sewage Corporation, and he confirmed to me that the best water right now, because the government is using reverse osmosis, he says the safest water. So let me just let the public
It's good
know
water.
that the safest water to drink right now is the water that's coming from the Water and Sewage.
That's a fact.
Department.
That's a good correction.
Yeah, so it is safe to drink the government water. As a matter of fact, if that's the case, then you don't really have to buy water. You just drink the water from the pump, from the
Right.
faucet, or you can put it in your containers and put it in your fridge.
But
and let it chill.
Right.
But there are many companies that go to the government pump and fill up the plastic bottle
And sell it to you?
Yeah.
I just
That's
got to
fraud.
tell you
You
that.
cannot do that.
What do you
That's
mean
what
you
a
can't
lot
do
of
that?
Haitians
That's what they
do.
doing?
No.
They go,
That is
So
not
That's true.
pump,
That's true,
get the
caller.
water,
That's what
and
the
then
Haitian do
that
for
is
they
sure.
not
run it
true.
through their
That is
purify
not
it
true.
and then
That
put
is
it
not true.
in the bottle and sell it.
That is not true. I know exactly where the Haitian go to get their water. That isn't true.
All right, okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, caller.
Okay.
Let's get to some other calls. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon. I'm calling from Golden Isles Road.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
And we have some serious problems in this area. Okay, the light is go off every other day. And today, the light went off. It made a loud sound like an explosion, and we saw fire.
This is when you said the light, you mean the electricity?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And another thing, this area always smoky.
Now, when you say smoky, what do you mean?
Burning of coal all the time. We can't keep our windows
What
open.
part of Michael Road this
Yes.
is?
Pardon me?
What area you live? Because we do burn a lot of coal in that area.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No.
Okay.
Golden Isles Road,
Okay.
it's
Yeah, where the
before
detention
you
center
get to
is.
Cowpen Road.
Yeah, that's where the detention center
Okay.
is.
Well, let me
Yes,
let me
for the
call.
detention center corner.
Yeah.
Let
But
me-
it's on the next end.
Yes.
And another thing,
Okay.
you can't bathe after 10 o'clock in the night. The water pressure
Pressure's
is
low.
very low.
Who's
And
your-
that don't come back up until 5 or 6
6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, that is
5
true.
or 6 a.m. in the morning.
Who's your MP?
One
The
more.
Minister of Environment.
Okay. Well, I will tell one that he has to speak to my people because some of us we do burn coal for a living, and there are some
Destroying the
Bahamians who are
environment.
burning lime kiln. Now, you sure what you're smelling isn't lime kiln?
Well, I don't know what it is, but it's a stink smell. We
Okay.
cannot keep our window open.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I will have to talk to my people and see how best we can control the environment. But
But
normally,
the biggest problem is the light.
okay. Well, in that
Ever
case,
since this new company take over and they were doing some work around here, we've been having some serious problem.
well, you have to
With
call
the-
BPL. Have you
We
called
called
them?
BPL.
You call them?
Yes, we called them before and they came here, but nothing was done.
Well, you call them again and let me know what they say tomorrow if God spare our lives. And depending on what they tell you, I'll call them. How does that sound?
That sound good.
So
This is
Thank
powerful.
you.
So the pike trucks are in the area.
Yes,
Okay.
they were around here working.
Right.
And ever since they were here, it's a serious problem. Every time the light goes off, it sounds like an explosion.
Transformer.
Now we're seeing fire.
Yeah.
It's like a ball of fire.
You have
Wow.
to forgive them because they are not citizens of the Bahamas, and our electrical wire might be different from the wire that they're familiar with. But you check them again, you call me, and I'll talk with the people in BPL, okay?
Okay, thank you.
This
You're
is
welcome.
powerful.
Take care.
Bye.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, how you doing?
All right, we will. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all right.
Blessed Jah.
All right. Yeah, this is Billy Rider. You made an important point yesterday that Mr. Roy.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
All right, you got that out straightened out with the who can use sirens and who can't use sirens.
Well,
The
listen. Yeah. Somebody.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, the day I came home, all right, I heard it all up call yesterday, there was red and yellow light.
Well,
The ambulance has no
Hold on
red
for a minute,
and yellow
please.
light. I saw the yellow lights and the white light, and one passed me in motion today. Those lights were on, and they were emergency, so they had to go through. And then one situation with Monica said, you might have a situation like somebody get shoot or something happen, and you right there, you could put them in your car and go your own and go. But sometimes when you call for ambulance or for help,
Not available.
it takes a while. So I'm saying you have to save a life. You know what I
Hold
mean?
on a minute.
yeah, we understand
Thank
that.
you.
But somebody told me, and I need to do this, and I'm glad you called me because I need to go and get a copy of this. Now, the Road Traffic Act,
Right.
Chapter 220, subsection 22. Sorry, the Road Traffic Act, Chapter 220, Section
Right.
22, subsection 1H explains it all, and it tells you exactly who are listed as emergency vehicles,
Right.
and the siren, and of course the color lights. I need to go and pull this up, but I know
Yeah.
that I'm correct. Yesterday, everything they said yesterday is confirmed as being correct. So these other vehicles that are doing it were probably
Right.
given permission by either the Commissioner of Police or some other minister,
Yeah.
but they're not listed in the Road Traffic Act.
Right. Because I saw a security car also what you all say is of them siren I saw with the light on this morning.
Yeah,
They only have them on the side. When they're dealing with the side rides, they have them on the road for no police and no. I mean, but I understand what you're saying and what's going on. You understand?
Right.
Yeah, but I ain't calling you by the company.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right,
All
cool.
right.
Yeah, man.
Let me take the
Hello.
cell phone.
All right,
call.
take care.
Hold on, let me
Okay.
take the cell phone call.
Yeah, man.
Hello, cell phoner. Hello, miss. Hello.
Evening spiritual advisor. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Speak.
I would like to send a birthday request to my sister,
Yes.
Terry Ann Roma.
Yes.
I sent the picture through to y'all.
When did you send that?
I just sent it through to, I think, Rodney. The number.
Goodness me, you can't send it this time. You're supposed to send it to me early. So.
Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, do it
Okay,
tomorrow, please. But what is the name of your sister?
thank you.
What is her name?
Terry Ann Roma.
Terry Ann Roma, happy birthday from your sister, but we'll do it formally tomorrow. What's your name,
And her
sister?
children and grandchildren.
And your children and grandchildren, God bless you. We'll do it tomorrow. Send it to me first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. If somebody has the Road Traffic Act, Chapter 220, Section 22, subsection 1H, please, man, send to my phone. I would appreciate that. That's the Road Traffic Act, Chapter 220, Section 22, subsection 1H. Send to my phone, please. 814-6096. Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, Spiritual Advisor, Mr. Monica.
Hello, my dear.
Yeah, my question is, everybody talk about this water thing. I grew up with the old regime, with the old people them. Before Acupro, Crystal, and these other things come in, what we used to drink from. I'm an island girl. I used to drink from the well. I used to drink in the rock hole and everything, and I ain't get sick. And I still drinking Rocapar water, and it ain't do me enough. And you know what make me change? I had a friend, had 2 children, and every time they go to the doctor's insurance, they complain about their teeth. And that's when Acupure was the only Acupure water we had at that time. And you know the doctor said it's the water that the children is drinking, the teeth start to turn brown. I say they must be making their own goal. You understand? So some people stop coming on with this foolishness, but they don't drink this water, they don't drink that water. I know but going to the pump. I know but going to the well. I know but drinking out the rock hole. And I did, and I still live it. I 60 odd plus, and I can live over that again.
How old are you?
Some people stop downing the government water.
How old are
And that's
you?
the best water to drink.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Muncan, Mr. Spiritual Advisor. How are
Hello.
you all?
I am fine. Who is this now?
This is Shanika, sir.
Shanika, how are you?
I am great. Thank you so much, Mr. Muncan. How are you?
Listen, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. What's going on in the United States?
No.
Mr. Muncan, you know, we are coming in. They're trying all kind of things. You know, Kamala wants a rebate, or not rebate, but a re-debate. And Trump has already told her, no, we're not having another debate.
Okay.
Especially how she tried to throw him under the bus.
Really?
And it didn't work. And I think her campaign people, they probably told her she jacked up in that debate.
Okay.
You know, only time you want a rematch is when you know you lost.
Yes.
So you can read it for what it is. But I didn't call about that, sir.
Okay.
I call to talk about crime in this country in terms of, okay, when you were saying about the gun issue,
Yes.
you know, we have levels of crime in this nation.
Okay.
And as the Hamans, those that do, you cannot complain about the devil that you sleep in bed with. And when I am saying that in terms, I don't know if you remember the gentleman, a little while back, this man, I think he was some type of government official, and it was discovered that this was a gun ring, and he was one of the people a part of it. You remember him?
Go ahead, talk.
Yes, tall gentleman. I don't know who his name was, but it was an outstanding shock to the public when they found out he had a part to play in illegal guns being in this country. I remember that because I remember them hauling him before the court.
Yes.
And they couldn't believe he was a part of it, being supposed to be an upstanding citizen. So you will be shocked to know the Bahamian people that are part in this crime because of the green-eyed monster, not jealousy, but money.
Money.
And then also speaking to your people, you know, I love them too.
You do?
Yes, of course I love everybody who's born, who made an image of God.
Don't lie on them. We don't always bring to Nassau is banana, plantain, yam.
Yeah, my
Cassava.
point in this is that there were people, or there are Bahamian people that have them on their property. And when the government is getting them off because they are illegally there, they are there through the people. I'm not advocating for you squatting on someone's land, but there are Haitians that speak out and they say, so and so have me here, but the person never showed up. You know why that person never showed up?
Why?
Because they know they wasn't supposed to have them there in the first place.
But do you agree with me that if you tell me that I can occupy land, that
yes, I agree with you.
Then I am not really an illegal squatter.
You are legal by way of the law,
yes.
but not with that person put you there on their land.
No, listen to me for a second. If you have a government contract and you say, yeah, I can sleep on your land, then I have not broken any law.
Then you're a lawyer. I really can't get into that. But my point is they are wrong for having them there and then wanted to pull out when the government wants to take them off.
But you would have a duty to make sure that I'm not putting up any shanty shack. But if you said I could come on the land, I am acting lawfully.
Well, Mr. Munker, you know, you are the man in the court. My next point before I leave is, okay, when we have police officers collaborating with criminals.
No, I want you to be careful of what you're saying because...
No, we have some, sir. We got some bad apples in every organization.
Listen, order! Unless you are prepared to produce evidence, I want you to end that character assault on the fine men and women of law enforcement. You take good care. I want you to pray and repent. Bid her goodbye for me.
Street 7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March. Call your live. Hello, caller, you there? Street to street. Go. All right.
Hello?
You have to turn your radio down, sir. Anyway.
Radio is off?
All right, go ahead. You're live.
Yes, I'm calling about this lights down on this airport road.
You calling about what?
The lights on the airport road.
All
Yes.
right, which part?
Coming from Blake Road, coming up. But
Okay.
it's all through the streets.
Yes, what is
Some
happening
on and some off.
on Blake Road?
That is a vexing problem.
Yeah, at night, yeah.
I don't want them to wait until somebody kill themselves on that road
Have you complained?
and they run there with about 100 trucks trying to fix
Have you complained to
that
BPL?
problem.
Have you complained to BPL?
No, I haven't been to BPL.
So there are two persons I want you to complain to. I want you to formally complain to BPL, and I want you to complain to the Member of Parliament. That would be the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis.
No, he was minister in now.
He is the
He
member.
can't, he can't solve that problem now.
Yes, he
He's a
can.
member.
He's the
Kalani.
member.
Huh?
Listen to me. Just listen to me for a second. Two people I want you to complain to. Formally complain to BPL. That's one.
Right.
Dr. Minnis is the member of parliament for that area.
Oh, I see.
Draw it to his attention because yesterday he was in the House of Assembly. He was very slanderous and aggressive. And that energy that he exercised yesterday, I want him to put the people's case over the electricity in the House of Assembly. He's still talking, but he wants a commission of inquiry when I told him there can be none.
Right.
So complain to him and let me know what happens, okay?
You think they'll be able to? You think they'll do anything for him now?
Dr. Minnis? Of course.
Yeah.
He's a former prime minister.
Okay.
And the PLP
I
is...
just thought to bring it to your attention because that's serious. I was on
No,
there
no,
the
I'm
other
happy that you're doing
that
it.
morning.
I'm happy
Coming
that
up,
you're
but
doing it.
I couldn't see before me.
That's bad.
You know.
That's bad. But I'm saying, I'm happy that you call us, but I'm saying in addition to that, tell BPL.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah. And of course, we will continue to raise the issue for you. But formally, stop by BPL and tell them. Okay?
Yes.
But you're right. Any problem you see in the country, call us, okay?
Yes. I would like to. I'd like to wish myself a happy birthday today.
Today's your birthday?
Today is my birthday.
How old are you?
74.
Wow. Happy birthday. And how do you feel at age 74?
Oh man, I feel like a champion.
God bless you. May you live to see another 74 years, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Do well.
you take
Happy
care.
birthday, my brother.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Okay.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Take care. All right. No problem.
Yeah.
Welcome to Freedom Moscow. You're live.
Uncle, spiritual advisor, how you doing?
We're doing well. Thank you.
I just came to address several points from listening to your show. Point one, in regards to the pump water as compared to Bahamians would have an electric pump, etc.
Yes.
My opinion in reference to hygiene and sanitary purposes, the time has now changed where we would need to focus on the betterment and the health of every Bahamian. So I believe that we should cease and desist the use of all pump water.
Yes.
And if any politician or MP is listening, I would advise you to try to spend time in community and see what people are actually going through. And the next point I'd like to make, I won't disclose the capacity in which I'm attached to.
Okay.
But the average criminal, Mr. Monka and spiritual advisor, they don't know what it takes to go through TSA, airport authority, various law enforcement departments in order to bring over various firearms. So I said it to say this, so the Bahamian people just think on this wide spectrum. Who are bringing them in? We know for a fact that the criminals aren't bringing them in because they don't know what it's like to go in the States, market, visit various firearm dealers, and then break it down, ship it, when the average criminal haven't even been in Walmart before.
Wow.
And the average age age of criminal activity is between 12 to 18 years old.
Right.
So we know for a fact they're not bringing it over. Now, I listened to the last 3 callers, Mr. Monka and
Yes, sir.
spiritual advisor, and I just like to say that the reason why we load so many matters into the court of law, because it's not what we could say, it's not what assumption we could make, and what we can prove. And that's there where we find the most hiccups in regards to the court of law, because providing the necessary evidence will now step on
Listen,
a
call us
few white
tomorrow.
collar.
The show is over. Call us tomorrow. Well, folks, it's the end of the show. Do well, everybody. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save law enforcement. God save young people in distress. Lord, deliver the 81-year-old woman who has been found in possession of dangerous drugs. God save the King.